Hi folks, on this week's show we're off to Greece. Now Greek winemaking has made great strides in recent years, but what exactly is the state of play? Today we're off to Macedonia to sample a red blend of two varieties from one of the country's leading winemakers, Alpha Estate, coming right up. Hi guys, welcome to yet another edition of Big on Wine, the show which brings you news, clues and reviews. In fact, we try to keep you up to speed with just about everything in the world of wine. My wine of the week for this week is indeed from Alpha Estate. So we're off to Greece, to northern Greece, and it's this one here. It's Alpha Estate Axia, Syrah Xinomavro, and the vintage is 2015. And this wine comes in for a price of just under €15 a bottle where I am. Okay, let's bring you up to speed on this particular number. Well, a few weeks ago on the show, we sampled a white wine from Alpha Estate Malagousia, if I remember correctly, Turtles. And it came out with a pretty good score, if I remember well. Now this is another kettle of fish indeed. This is obviously a red wine, a blend of two different varieties, one of which is quintessentially Greek, the Xinomavro, and of course the multi-purpose Syrah or Shiraz, which of course is widely planted in many parts of the world. Okay, now Greece of course is a relatively hot country. It has quite an extreme climate in the summertime, so we would be expecting to find the winemaking terroir probably in the north of the country, and that is exactly where Alpha Estate are based. They're based in northwest Greece in the Amindium region. Now that's to the west of Thessaloniki, close to the border with both Albania and North Macedonia, so on the higher ground and in the slightly cooler area of the country. The great varieties in play here, as I say, are the Xinomavro, which is the very characteristic Greek variety, and the Syrah. And the Xinomavro is actually characterized by relatively high acidity and high tannin content. So that makes it a bit of a challenge, and maybe that's why the blend is necessary here. Okay, let's see how this wine looks in the glass. It in fact looks to be fairly medium bodied in the glass. It has a kind of ruby red, cherry red character to it. Nothing particularly outstanding in the color. Let's see what it has to give in terms of the nose. Now in the nose, the wine has a very fresh aroma to it, a young red wine aroma. Dark berries are very much to the fore here. So let's put a name to those berries. Smells reminiscent particularly of dark cherry. That's the one that I seem to be able to spot very quickly. Dark cherry, maybe even a touch of black currant in there as well, but especially that dark sourish cherry aroma hits me first. Also in the background there's a little bit of spiciness as well. So dark berries, a little touch of sour cherry and spiciness in the nose. Very attractive indeed. Okay, let's try this in the mouth and see how we get on with this wine. It has an interesting colour in the glass, even a touch of purple around the edge of this wine. Okay, now the colour of the wine in the glass was a kind of a medium kind of hue. Now in the mouth, this is much more full-bodied, so we're moving from medium to full-bodied here. The tastes in the palate very much mirror the aromas in the nose. So the sour cherry flavours are very much emphasised here. The tannins are definitely there. Slight drying of the mouth, slight puckering of the mouth. But they are, in fact, for a young wine like this, they're remarkably soft, and they're obviously very clearly present, but by no means dominating the scene here. So mellow tannins, softish tannins, sour cherry flavours, spicy, could one even say peppery finish to the wine as well. Let's give it another try. Yeah, a peppery, almost chocolatey finish to this wine. Quite interesting in terms of the finish to it. All right, let's see if we can formulate some kind of verdict on this wine. Now, Greek wine is on the march, and Alpha Estate is definitely one of the best of the bunch as a wine producer. The number of quality winemakers is, of course, pretty limited still. Alpha Estate are based up there in Greek Macedonia, near the border with Albania. Cooler area of the country. They have a good ground there for producing wines. This is an interesting blend of Syrah and the local Xinomavro. It's a competently made red wine, coming in for a price of €15 a bottle where I am. Now, this is a wine, I think, which would accompany very nicely a whole range of meat dishes. So if you're going to get some Greek meatballs going, some zoutoukakia or maybe a moussaka, then this is the boy to accompany your red meat dishes. Serving temperature around the 18-degree mark. I'm going to give this wine 3 stars out of 5. Okay, wine lovers, many thanks for checking out this week's video and the little intro to an interesting red wine from northern Greece, Alpha Estate Axia, vintage 2015, a blend of Syrah and the local Xinomavro grape there. Interesting stuff. Okay, if you've enjoyed what you've seen and heard, then please do feel free to give us the big thumbs up, which we do appreciate so much. Drop a comment down below. We're always very happy to receive those comments. Follow me on my other social media platforms. Share the video around. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe by hitting that big red button somewhere up there behind me. And naturally, I'll be back again next week. Another great wine of the week for you. But until we meet again, this is Tony Melville signing off and saying, hey, take care out there. Be good to each other. Enjoy your wines. And cheers.